welcome. This video is entitled What a Wonderful World, and there are many things I could call it, but you may note that I did not make a devlog yesterday. I have a good excuse. I was in hospital. The past few days I had been getting some weird abdominal pain. I just assumed that I had eaten something too spicy or something, but it reached a point where it got really bad and I had a fever and almost passed out. Like it was really bad and I knew something was seriously wrong. So I went to the hospital, talked to the doctor. The doctor's fear was that it might be appendicitis, which would necessitate sort of immediate surgery and could cut my holiday short, if not my life. And it turned out just to be a bacterial infection. So that's fine, no surgery required, just a lot of pills, and I'm feeling better already. I guess there's not much more to say about that. Look, just the same stuff that anyone feels when they go through a major health scare. Like, I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate my family. I appreciate my friends and the friends that I've made here in Bangkok. And yeah, let's get on to the stuff. Now, ironically, just as my body was shutting down, my mind was at peak performance. Let's look at the program. Now, this is where I was at right before I went to the hospital. This is not a visual glitch. This is a flame. We can go along, do the normal stuff. Ah. Now, another thing that I've added, just give this a second, let these people kill me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, when I die, we have a death replay. Now, something that does concern me, this is pretty cool, but something that does concern me is that when I do the death replay and then immediately stop on that final frame, the frame rate seems to really suffer. And I'm not sure what's causing that. So that'll be a task for today to address. But we can leave that. How did I achieve this? Well, I rebuilt my whole renderer. Well, no, I didn't really rebuild my renderer, but I did. It's all about texture layers, texture arrays. So what I've got is, for that flame video, I've got a video of a flame, and I exported that as an image sequence, and then I created a texture array with a whole bunch of layers, and on each of those layers I loaded in a frame of the video, so that when I go to clear the background, instead of clearing with a single color, I sort of splat on the appropriate frame of the flame video. Then I've got what I call intermediate layers, and the intermediate layers are just the layers of the skybox from back layer to foreground layer. All of the frame buffers are taking as their color attachments a layer of that texture array. You can do that. I found out you can do that. So what I do is, if I need like 6 intermediate layers to composite together, I generate a texture array, screen size by a depth of 6, and then each of those get bound as the color attachment for the frame buffers. And then finally, the last thing that lets me do the death replay is I've actually got another texture array with all of the final frames. So I generate a texture array. I think it's got 60 frames in it, 60 images. And each time I render a frame, I sort of increment a frame counter, and then I render to that frame completely, and then take that texture and blit that onto the screen. and then each time I increment that frame counter. Then when it comes time to replay, I just use it as a circular buffer. So I just track back modularly until I get to the last frame in my history, and then I play forwards until I get to the most recent frame. And that's it. In so few words, that's it. We don't need to make this one a long one. So thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate you guys. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.